traveling the world is a dream for so many. But for a highly sensitive soul or empowered empath, it can feel like an overwhelming challenge. From crowded airports to unfamiliar environments, it's easy to feel overstimulated, drained, and disconnected from our inner peace. But what if the very traits that make you sensitive could also make you a powerful and intuitive traveler? In this episode, Rain will channel divine guidance to help sensitive souls like you and me navigate the world with confidence, grace, and resilience so you can turn your travels into a soul expanding adventure, not an energy draining struggle.
Welcome to our channel. I'm Rain, with over 20 years of experience as an NLP practitioner, light worker, and channeler through divine inspiration. Here to help you connect with your true self.
And I'm Mel, an empath, light worker, and connector, passionate about guiding you to set boundaries and thrive.
Together, we bring you weekly tools and insights to support your empath journey.
If you're ready to deepen your connection with self, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Let's dive in. So, Rain, what guidance does the divine have for empaths and highly sensitive people who feel overwhelmed by the thought of traveling or stepping outside of our comfort zone?
Oh my God. The fact that there is overwhelm and the fear of stepping out of the comfort zone means that you're about to travel. So the fact that the thought is there, and even if somebody mentions travel, you might cringe or contract or get away from, is a simple sign to be prepared for a traveling adventure that is going to be coming your way. That means something within you desires to travel, or then it wouldn't even be a thought and you wouldn't even be overwhelmed. So overwhelm basically means I'm thinking about it, I'm terrified of it, and I'm having like this debate internally. That's all it actually means. So what can you do as an empath and highly sensitive is accept that you will travel. Just be like, okay, I'm going to do it. I don't know when. It's going to happen. Okay. And that's okay. Okay. That's just the tip of the iceberg of what you could do just to accept the possibility.
Okay. And how can sensitive souls protect their energy while navigating high stimulation environments like airports and cities and other tourist destinations?
Okay. So as empaths, we've been conditioned to believe that we get overwhelmed in the presence of a whole bunch of people because, again, we have this belief that we take on too many people's energies and it's safer for us to be alone and isolated where we can manage our own energy. The truth of the matter is being an empath or light worker is actually a gift, meaning I can sense what the world is going through. I don't necessarily have to agree that I am that also. So there's like a thing, I don't have to agree with your life perception and your emotions and your thoughts. I can have my own and you can have yours, but I don't have to merge with you. So when you are traveling and you're in the airport, and airport's got so many people, so many different walks of life. It's not like when you're in the comforts of your home, you're not feeling all that. You think that you're not feeling or sensing any of those people because you believe you are in your home and you're not around them. Yet as empaths, we are sensing and feeling all the time, even from the comforts of our house. Now, the power is when you do go to that airport, because you're actually going to have an adventure as an empath. You're going to taste yourself in different environments with different people outside of your hometown that you're so used to. You're going to experience a new version of you. So when you are in the airport, you're simply going to tell yourself, this is so normal for me. I feel everyone's energy anyway from my home. And it's not about me being presently in the presence of people that is causing this. You're going to feel it maybe more intensely because the energies, they're closer and you're your five senses are visualizing, but don't forget it's a program that's playing that I'm getting overwhelmed, I'm getting overwhelmed. It's not a real thing. It's not truth, actually. It's a lie. You're feeling a lot of people. Now, before going, of course, on a travel trip, one of the most important things to do is figure out the difference between how you feel and you think in comparison to others. So you can test it out and keep practicing, like go to the mall and meet a friend. First, like sit with your if you're married, sit with your partner and be like, okay, is that his thoughts or mine? What is the difference? Are these his feelings or mine? So now you're trying to differentiate. And then you move into a bigger group of people and a bigger group of people until you can tell what's yours and what's someone else's. And you do that in the city that you're going to. It's just very delightful because you change when you travel. So it's going to be something exciting, and don't fear other people's energy. We've been conditioned as empaths. Fear everyone's energies, fear that other people's energies are coming within us. That's just being disempowered. That means I have this gift, I hate it, it causes me pain, rather than I have this gift, how amazing that I can sense my environment. I know where danger is, who the people I need to stay away from. Like, this is amazing when you're traveling. You know, do I get on this bus or do I not? Ooh, I know how my body works. That's a no. Do I go on this tour guide thing with these people? Not feeling it. Yes, loving it. This is how you start to maneuver. You're going to heighten your intuition so immensely by leaving your comfort zone. And this is the beauty of it. You get to actually know, you get to even warn people like, I wouldn't go there. Don't take that cab driver if you ever, that cab, don't take it from the airport. It's best to take it from here. Like, you can even be that kind of person. If you're not interested in human beings, a lot of empaths have that fear. You don't have to interact with anyone. You can at least use all this for yourself. So it's very exciting.
Oh, I love that. And I know there's this tip that you gave me too. So if you forget to protect yourself or you realize like you just got in, you're packing, you're busy, you're getting your family or whatever, and you're going on vacation and all of a sudden you're absorbing energies. And then it's like if you start realizing, oh, I'm starting to feel overwhelmed or I'm feeling everyone's energies, I'm feeling anxious, all these other people's anxious energy. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Do I want to feel this energy in my body? Do I like this energy in my body? Like we get to choose as empaths. It's so cool what energies we want to feel. And knowing that is super empowering. It's like, do I want to feel anxious energy right now? Maybe I do because it's fun and exciting and I want to. Or maybe I'm like, no, it's starting to make me panic and just like breathe and then do this hand thing that you taught me like, oh, is this my energy? And be like, no, this is not my energy. So like go like this, like push away. This is not my energy. I don't need this energy. This is my energy. Calm. I can watch the chaos around me, but I don't have to feel it. Like, anyways, I just love that. I think as an empath, we just think, oh, I'm an empath. I feel everyone's energies. It sucks. It's so hard. I just need to go hide and then go hide in my house and not travel or be out there because this is just my curse. But if you realize, like, no, you get to choose, even being in it, what energy you want to be in. You're like this little bubble floating around of that can be calm peace if that's what you want, no matter where you go. And so just pay attention to it and like let go and push out what you don't want and bring in what you do want. It's fun. That is fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It is fun to do that. But and also, what's interesting, what I just heard is that if you are feeling anxious, it's probably a comfort zone for you. So it feels like a part of home is with you. So even in that, like if you are feeling anxious, yes, definitely say, it's not mine. I do not want to resonate with this energy. It's not mine. Push it away from you immediately. But if it lingers there, come to accept or come to terms with, oh, I'm anxious. I'm afraid. I'm overwhelmed. These are emotions that are what I'm used to. They're my comfort. They're familiar. So they're coming to me to give me a sense of familiarity in the environment I'm in. Cool. Then I am anxious and I'm going to continue because it reminds me of home. And that's
Mm,
okay too. So,
okay, cool. So, what are some practices that light workers can use to stay grounded and connected to their inner peace during travel, even in chaotic or unfamiliar surroundings?
okay, so one of them definitely was Mel shared is the one where it's really important though to touch yourself while you're doing it from your throat to your chest. Okay,
Mhm.
from your throat to your chest, and you're throwing it out. You really are, you're choosing, you're declaring. Don't forget, your hands are magical porters. These are the light. You've got light in here that's emanating insanity. You're soothing yourself and you're choosing not to. So This is not mine. This is yours. I choose not to have this energy. This isn't mine. Okay. So that's an incredible practice. Um, another thing you can do to connect back to your inner peace is basically being understanding that every single person you're seeing in that airport or that setting or that city is a vibrational energy of you. So the person who's sad, the person who's busy thinking, the person who's being aggressive, the person who's helping somebody else, the person, all of these are just a representation of different pockets of energy that you are. And so they're not different than you. They're not trying to attack you. They don't want to pour their energy onto you. They don't even know that you are absorbing their energy. These are just different versions of you acting out different parts of you. So it's like, oh, these are just versions of me that are acting out. Cool. I don't mind observing the different parts of me that are acting out. Now you've disassociated from them, and now you're the observer of all these humans around you. So even if an angry person shows up and I'd be like, ooh, that's a version of me. I have anger in there. That's cool. Let me observe how this angry version of me is going to interact. And that's all you're going to do. So that's inner peace. I'm not attached to anyone.
Ooh, I love it. This is also empowering. I'm excited to travel now. Okay, we're not even finished with this yet. Okay, how can highly sensitive people balance their need for quiet and restoration with the desire to explore and experience the world?
So quiet doesn't exist on the outside world. Okay. The reason we have such a hard time as empaths sometimes with loud places, I can only be in a mall for 10 minutes before I hyperventilate. But when I realized that the reason I'm hyperventilating is because I've got the noise of the mall. Now, let's say you're in an airport. You've got the noise of the airport. There isn't enough escape doors. You can't just go out in nature whenever you want. You're confined. That's the thing. It's anxiety, basically. You're confined to the space. Now, what happens is there's noise inside of me that's taking place. So you've got noise in your head. You've got the noise outside. It's too much. If you didn't have the noise inside, the noise outside will be it'll be like music in the outside world. It'll be like what are those sounds that I put the fan on when I sleep just to have the buzzing sound in the background. What is it called, Mel? The white sound, white noise?
Like white noise? Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's just having white noise, so the surrounding environment becomes white noise, but it's the internal dialogue, which could be, oh my God, I'm absorbing everyone's energy. Why am I anxious? I'm so anxious right now. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have gone there. Oh my God, why am I even traveling? I shouldn't have even traveled. This is really wrong of me to do. Did I leave the stove open? I should never leave my home. Blah, blah. Can you imagine all that is happening inside of you? And I can't even mimic the three other voices at the same time I'm talking that are going on. So the noise is actually in here. When you can silence this, nothing on the outside is going to bother you. It is going to be white noise. Nothing. Because you'll have the capacity and the freedom and the emptiness to take anything from the outside and choose that you don't want it. But because you're empty inside. So when you have these loud, it's your noise inside of your body panicking or worrying or overwhelmed, you can actually tell the voices, shh, shh. You can tell them, calm down. It's okay. Shh, like a baby. You're going to baby them. Oh, so it's like a baby. When you put a baby, you're like, oh, shh. In Arabic, it's like, oh. You're giving just the sound. You're going to do that to you. Then you're going to find out internally, everything's going to have space.
Oh, I love that. Just self-soothe, self-comfort, mother ourself, parent ourself. That's beautiful. Don't have to rely on anyone else either. It's just notice what's going on and be like, oh, I don't need anyone to give this to me. I don't need to have my mom have given this to me or even know. It's like, this is what I would want. This is what I would want to do to my child. This is what I need. This is what I want. Okay. What are the spiritual lessons and gifts that travel offers to empaths? And how can they embrace these lessons without feeling drained or overwhelmed?
Okay. So the spiritual lessons and gifts of travel for empaths are, oh my goodness. You get to know who you are at such a deep level. when you travel as an empath, we are meant to travel. Not all of us, some of us are meant to be completely grounded in the country, the town, the city, the home you're in. That's where the light is needed the most. And you leaving will have an imbalance. However, if you have that inkling feeling of traveling, an empath needs to travel the planet. The earth, every plot of earth needs an empath's foot to vibrate the energy in that soil. Not all of us are the same. Every single one of us empath is completely different. But every empath, as me, as an empath, as I go and stand on this land and walk this land and stay in this hotel or this Airbnb, I am moving the energies everywhere. I am slamming down energies and memories of my empowered empath into this land. Then another empath comes, let's say Mel goes to exactly the same. It's not like, oh, she went to this hotel, I have to go to another one to, no, same hotel, different codes. So it is so important for empaths to keep moving from country to country. Listen to divinity, of course. Don't just keep hopping if you're not meant to. Listen to divinity. When its time is up here, you've given all you need as new codes, as a light worker codes into the soil, and then you move to the next sand of soil. So what we are doing basically on the planet, we're constantly igniting new neurons for the planet. So the planet's neurons are changing because of us light workers and empaths. And the more we become empowered, the more we step into our truth, the more we have clarity, the more we have boundaries, the more we found ourselves, we have that self-love, the more potent and powerful our energy's footprint on every soil. I keep seeing soil. Every land is energized by the codes we have that helps the planet in its neurons. So the way it's thinking and moving, it helps it light up. So it's very important. If you have a fear of it, but it's a nagging thing, you're meant to leave. Work on your fear and that limiting belief and set yourself free. You're supposed to be out there. Even if you do nothing but swim in the sea or walk into a museum, you're meant to walk in that museum and swim in that water because you're a portal of divine love there.
Oh my gosh. Damn. Ooh, that's some freaking power us empaths have. Wow. That one was brought up some emotions. Hey, that stirs some stuff up. So I've recently, as Rain knows, but the rest of you don't know, have I can't believe this is making me cry. Um, have felt called not just to travel. I love traveling and that's fun, but I'm feeling like I've lived in Utah in the United States my entire life, and I'm feeling like I've outgrown this state and even this country. So we've made the decision with our family that we are going to move. And we made a list of our top like countries that we want to that we feel like that would be fun and exciting that we would enjoy to go to. And we just keep being called for us specifically to Costa Rica. So we're planning on selling everything. We've already started the process and we're going to be moving there and just feeling like, I don't know, we're feeling called there. And guess what? We've never even been there before. We have a vacation booked here coming up in like a couple months, but we haven't been there. But yet we both feel called. And even we looked at all the different cities there, and there's a certain city that we're feeling called to that we want to go to, or town or whatever. And we're just really excited. And it just feels like this deep calm and peace. And it just, I wake up and I can't stop smiling. Like I could wake up every day and be on vacation, like in the jungle and by the beach and like play with our kids and sell everything. Like this is huge for us because I've been so attached to like, we have a nice house and we have nice cars and we have nice things and we have a ton of toys and we have the mountains and I love the mountains and all this stuff, but it feels so freeing. And I have my family here, all my family, my close friends. I have amazing women friends. Like I have everything here that most people would say this is the dream. And I'm like, you know what? I've outgrown this. I love my people. I'm going to keep those connections for sure. I'm going to come back and visit here. But just feeling like, no, we need to sell everything and just go live somewhere else. And me as an empath, like I want to feel what it feels like to live in other areas. And so I just love that it's like, wow, you saying like I'm feeling called to do that. I want to do that, but also like my light can be spread other areas And we're going to be there. We don't even know how long we're going to be there. As long as it calls us and the land keeps us there. And if it's a year, 2 years, 5 years, we don't know. We're going to go with a couple suitcases each. We're going to take our kids and we're going to go live with our kids and explore the world and have fun and live all of our lives. This life is all I know I have right here, right now, and just be free, complete freedom. And the truth is, like, I feel like I'm so attached to, like, I've been so grounded and rooted for so long. I've got so many roots here. I love that. There's safety in it. I'm so glad I know what that feels like on a deep level. I feel like I've experienced that deep depth of safety that now I want to know what it feels like to fly and experience the world. And so this is me freeing myself and our family. Let's free ourselves, get rid of all the fears and just freaking go. And so this is completely liberating and freeing and empowering. And I'm excited to share this with you. Have not told my family yet. So you guys are knowing before them. But we're just really excited and we're ready for it. So this episode is so fun that we're talking about this right now. And thank you for sharing that. It just feels good knowing, like, okay, my light and my gifts have been here long enough, 42 years of my life. It's time to spread my wings and go somewhere else and let go of the fears and the limiting beliefs and just freaking go. And trust, that inner trust. Anyway, it's really fun and exciting.
Yes, so it's very important. It's so cool that Mella's going to travel finally. Yay! But it's so important. If a place drains you, simply leave. So if you're feeling drained or overwhelmed when you're on vacation, not because of what your thoughts are saying, but the energy of the space, you can simply choose to leave, to not continue that trip, or continue that trip but go somewhere that feels really good. Don't forget, we're empaths. We feel. Every country has a different energetic vibration, a different feeling. So it's very important to be very highly attuned to if this is where your body wants to be or not, and respect it completely. Because what you might go through as an empath, and definitely not you, Mel, Costa Rica for sure is for you, but in
Mhm.
general, it's, oh, but I spent this much money and I paid all this and I finally got a vacation and now I don't even like where I'm at. That is fine. Okay. You were meant to be there and you were meant to feel what you feel, but you also have the freedom to be like, you know what? I'm cutting this short. I don't want to be here anymore. And
Yeah.
that's normal.
Yeah. Well, and something I want to add to this, at least my personal experience, in case anyone can relate to it. Like for me, I realize, like, hey, if I'm leaving the country because of fear, because of, oh, what's going to happen with politics or religion or whatever I've been surrounded with, if I'm doing it out of fear, like I got to run away, then I know, nope, you don't get to go. You don't get to leave with this energy, because the truth is that energy is going to follow you, Mel. And no matter where you go, it's going to come up in any country around people or whatever. So it's all about being very intentional about our choices and how are we feeling inside. And for me, I realized, you know what? I've I just feel like, I don't know, complete, or I've done so much inner work the past few years. I've created this deep inner peace. And the truth is, the people around me, like some of my neighbors, and just the energy and the feel and the politics and the people leading this country, like it's not the energy, it doesn't match my inner energy. And I've worked so hard to get this. And as an empath, it does affect me. Yes, I understand I could be here. There's going to be some empaths that are like, no, I feel called to stay here because my light needs to be here and I'm going to make a difference. And that's true. So you trust that for you, that I need to stay here and I need to be the light here. For me, I've I feel like I just want to go somewhere. I don't want to be fighting or resisting, or like I've done that for so long. I've felt that energy. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to go somewhere where naturally is calm and relaxed, respects the land, protects the land. And that's what Costa Rica is all about. So that's why that is like, it matches my energy inside. I don't want my outer world to be in conflict with it. I understand I could make it work here because it starts internally. Everything's internally, but I also want it to just naturally be the people around me, the neighbors that are about community and friends and all of that. Like that's what I want, that I'm not experiencing in this way. And so I'm gifting it to myself. I'm like, you know what? I'm gifting it to myself. I don't have to stay here anymore. And that feels so liberating and freeing. So again, it's not a one size fit all. What works for me is not going to work for other people. This would freak some people out leaving the country, that, going somewhere else. But it feels really good. So it's like I'm trusting me, and it's a very calm piece of just deep joy, not just like happiness, fun, like, oh, this is where I'm supposed to go. It's time. Feels good. Okay. Another question for you. How can empowered empaths turn their sensitivity into a strength that enhances their travel experience and connections with people, places, and cultures?
So remember, every single human being that you're going to encounter on these travel trips, their soul has requested your soul to meet them. Okay. So if you are an empowered empath, and it's very important to understand what an empowered empath is, to be an empowered empath, you are going to come across lots of people. Depends where you're going in the world. You're going to come across hooligans. You might come across lovely other people, friendly, unfriendly, thieves, poor people, rich people, all kinds of people. Every one of the people you interact with on a travel vacation or a travel move are people that their soul has requested to be reminded of who they are or what the light looks like. And you're going to, even if you're just passing their, you're coming out of a supermarket, they are, and you pass by and you just smile and they smile back. Their soul has requested you. You being wherever you were at home, that soul wouldn't have gotten the gift of you. So just understand that the reason travel has come up, like for Mel, she could have decided to leave anytime. She wasn't ready. The situation and circumstances of life had to happen for the time to come. So like she said, I have peace now internally and my outside world doesn't resonate. This wasn't a conscious awareness. She wasn't consciously deciding this. It was like the country spitting her out, being like, oh, your time here with whatever you were meant to do is done. So countries spit you out. They really, really do. But if you don't hate the country and you're not angry at it, it spits you out in the gentlest of ways. Okay. But if you're leaving it because you're angry and pissed off, it spits you out in the harshest of ways because you're so attached. You're holding on to the couch and then like the wind is blowing and you're like, no, take the couch with me. Right. So in that sense, you're going to notice that something will happen. Things will call to you. You'll move lands. When you go to travel, please remember that you're there only because of your energy, okay? Because of who you actually are, not the person, not the identity you've put on, but your essence. You're there because of your essence. Your soul, your higher self needs to be there. These people that you're going to meet in cafes, out on the streets, it doesn't matter if they're mass murderers. They're meant to see. You're meant to remind them, not by your words, by your presence. They are going to remember. So all I'm seeing is like these people walking and a light worker's walking by. They're going to look. You have no awareness that you're doing this. You're just shopping, you're talking, you're busy with your friend. You're going to pass by in that land, let's say Italy, because I love Italy. You're in Italy and you're walking and this, and you're having your little cafe, and a person's going to walk by and they're going to look at you and they're going to see light come out of you, and it's going to remember their light to wake up. So
Oh,
remember, when you're traveling, that's what you're actually doing. You're having fun, but that's what you're actually doing. That's the main purpose. So try to enjoy this travel. Don't think, oh, I'm getting overwhelmed, too many people. No, you want as many people as possible to see you because it's going to wake them up. We are out here now. We are like at the tip of the iceberg. We are waking up. Everyone is waking up. We are here to help people wake up. And it's not our words. It's just our presence on different lands on this planet. It is very, very important. So we're all shuffling around. Things are moving. Everyone in the States, so many people in the States are moving out, are leaving because they've gotten their light set. And now they have to go somewhere else. It cannot only just be there. It doesn't work anymore.
wow. Okay, that's amazing. So this is such a good like, so we're giving you all permission for traveling, like, because this will come up sometimes too, where someone's like, I really want to go travel and go visit my friend in this place, or I want to go here and I want to take my kids or whatever. But they're like, well, no, I can't. I don't have the money, or I can't make it work, or I probably shouldn't get it off work. Like they talk themselves out of it and they're just like, okay, like to try to convince themselves that they shouldn't go. But this is like really cool to realize, you know what? There's not a better use of your money. If you really truly want to go, your heart is calling you to go just on a vacation, not necessarily to move like I'm moving, but to just to go on vacation and have some fun. Freaking go have fun and realize like by you just trusting yourself, wanting to go have fun, you are going to go spread your gifts and your love and your light all over. And so it is that instant ripple. You're giving to you, the gift to you, but it's instantly giving the gift to everyone else too. Anyway, that's really cool.
Yes, it's really cool because even with cultures, you're going to see many different cultures. And if you haven't left your Oh, so by seeing different cultures, you end up opening up a lot more to yourself and to forgiveness. So traveling is very important for empaths because if you're part of a program, you want to break free of the program. You think you've broken free of the program because you're in your home, you're in your hometown, you're in your city, you're with the same people you've known your whole life or whatever. But going into new pockets of energies and experiencing different cultures will allow you to break your judgment. So judgment, oh, it's releasing empaths. So the gift, so that there's a gift for others, but the gift for you is breaking judgment. Even judgment that we all believe we don't have, but we have judgment. So by seeing other cultures, integrating with other cultures, we're breaking judgment. The judgment within us, which in other words actually breaks our karma. So then karma ends. We don't have to keep coming back and forth into this planet. We don't have to keep experiencing the same thing over and over again as we release judgment of different cultures and beings and give them the freedom to be who they need to be. So it's
Oh,
allowing freedom for them. So yeah, releasing judgment is very important, I'm hearing.
that's
Hmm.
beautiful. And probably especially judgment for self, because that's where it starts. We're not going to have judgment for others. That's what I've noticed. As soon as I like accept something within me that I'm like, oh, that's wrong, that's bad. As soon as I'm like, oh, I've done that before. Oh, sometimes that's needed. Oh. And then when other people do it, I just have compassion and love for them. So it really is breaking the judgment of self, instantly gets rid of the judgment for others, I've noticed. It's really cool.
Yes. Yeah, it is very cool. And it's judgment for cultures, though. Judgment for different cultures and different belief systems. So you'll see, like, there's a belief system where they neuter the woman, for example. It's going to traumatize the empath. But then that's judgment. So it's going to be in a powerful experience. They're not like the simple, okay, I'm used to this kind of judgment and I've worked through it. It's really cultures that are so different that judgment, like, how could they treat a child this way? This isn't right. Like, and then understanding, wait, that's a culture and a way of thinking. I've just judged it. How do I break that judgment? So it's a big shift, Mel, that you're going to go through. I just got that for you. Oh my
Uh,
goodness. So there's a huge shift, but you're so good at it. It's going to be easy.
let's go. Let's take down those judgments that I have, those limiting beliefs that are there, the blinders that we all have. Blinders, I don't know that they're even on,
Yes.
you know? So it's like I'm ready to take off the blinders and just keep evolving and growing and learning and finding more joy and feeling more beautiful experiences. And the ones that are icky, I'm just like, oh, I can move. I can leave. This is feeling icky here. I'm not trapped here. I'm not a child. I have got money. I have time. I've got a passport. We're cool. Okay. So Rain, what are there any last key takeaways here that you want to end with, about this episode of how to get around the world as a highly sensitive soul? Spread our light everywhere.
It's so interesting. I just got something so beautiful. We're being released. So I feel that I've been in a lockdown. This is great news. I've been in a lockdown in Canada for 7 years and I travel all the time and I haven't for 7 years as much. It feels like I saw this thing that's a lockdown. We've all been in a lockdown and now we're all being released. So please, even an inspiration of traveling, do it, take it, jump on it. We're supposed to mingle. We're supposed to start meeting. Lightworkers and empaths are supposed to actually start meeting, and we can't meet from where we're just at. So we're going to be meeting on different lands and pockets of energies that we're meant to meet on. And, even if it's just vacation time, but it's like I keep seeing us high-fiving each other on streets and roads. Like, yeah, I know you're a light worker too. Like I came. I'm now in Portugal. You're in Portugal. What a great visit. High five. Oh, I'm in China. High five. It's like all of a sudden we're going to unite and we're going to see each other's light, actually. So it's very important to start treading the earth.
That's amazing. And then the truth is, a lot of us have just been doing this alone. We've been doing our inner work alone. We felt lonely. We felt like we're the wolf paving this path. Like that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm just everyone's going down this path, and I watch them go down this easy path. It's just smooth. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go through the trees, and I'm hacking it down by myself. And I'm like, oh. And I'm like, the next day I wake up, here we go again, you know? Like, that's what it feels like. And I'm like, I'm kind of over it. Like, so it's like, let's go down the path together and like hack it away and like have fun with it and have it be more smooth and connective. And the truth is, I, met you through just doing a Zoom session that someone recommended you. And you live in Canada. I live in Utah. So we live in different countries. But I'm like, I haven't resonated more with anyone as close as I have with you that has the same passion and beliefs and like helps me grow every day. It's like free therapy. Thank you. Like this recording we're doing right now, I'm just like getting so much out of it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my tab would be so big if I was doing sessions with you with all of this. So works out for me. Hopefully those of you listening get the value in this too. This woman's amazing. So anyway, it's just incredible. And so yeah, we were like, and just know we're creating a connective space right now too. It's going to be launched here in a couple months. We're working really hard. We're not going to launch it until it's set, but it is like she's talking about. If you're not able to travel, you don't have the money or the time right now, we're going to create this platform that's just for light workers and empaths to come together to be able to meet in small pods. It's not a generic Facebook group with tons of people, small little groups from 2 to 4 or 5, and you can find your friends there just like me and Rain have. Like we have our little pod with the two of us, and we're excited to grow it with those that want to connect and play with us as well. And we have lots of visions, and eventually we're going to do retreats where we bring us together. So just know we're dreaming to create spaces for you because we felt how desperate it is to be alone and to go through this alone. And so we've wanted to create that space, and we haven't been able to find it. If it was there, we would have joined it, but it's not. So we're like, well, looks like we get to create it, which we're excited about. And it's going to have our full hearts and all of our love in it. So anyways, there's the teaser for that. I'm not going to tell you anymore. But yeah, we're excited. All right. So we're going to end this episode. We just want you to remember, dear empath, just remember your power. You are the light this world needs. Don't forget to be yourself. You bring incredible gifts to this planet. And to support you, we've created something really special. We have it right now. We've worked hard on this. It's just a 3-minute daily ritual to help you release any energy that's blocking you and for you to see what's serving you and what's not. And we want you just to use it for a week and watch your intuition strengthen, watch your boundaries sharpen, and your self-love grow. So we've attached that in the description. There's a link for your free gift. So make sure you get your free gift. And we also want to be YouTube friends. So give us a thumbs up if you enjoy our content. And then subscribe now for weekly episodes so you're the first one to know about the episodes that we have. We're just here to try to inspire you and build you up. That's what we're here for in creating as we're building ourselves up. Being a highly sensitive person doesn't mean you have to limit your adventures. It means you have to approach them in a way that honors your unique needs and gifts. So with divine guidance, travel can become a deeply fulfilling and transformative experience and a journey for you. So not just for your body, but for your soul. So let's talk in the comments. So we want to know, what's your biggest challenge when traveling as a highly sensitive person? So we'd love to hear that in the comments. And we will see you on the next episode.